Rajesh lives in New Jersey. In 2008, he bought a flat in Pune for 1 crore rupees. This year, he sold it in 5 crores. Simple question, how many dollars actually landed in his US bank account? Put your guess in the comments right now before you watch the rest. By the end of this video, you will have the exact number and you will see one mistake that locks up 18 lakh rupees of his own money for the better part of a year. I'm not going to teach you a tax law. I'm going to solve this live. Here's everything we know. He bought this flat in year 2008. He bought this in 1 crore rupees. Now he spent 20 lakh rupees in cost of improvement in year 2015. In year 2026, he sold in 5 crore rupees. Plus, he got a brokerage plus legal expenses that is 5 lakh rupees. Now, the main thing that changes everything. The seller is an NRI. That's the whole file. So now let's start. Now, first thing we establish, the property held for 18 years. Well, this is over 24 months that's come in long-term capital asset. So we are in the long-term territory and that decides every rate that follows. So the sale consideration is 5 crore rupees. Now next, let's minus the transfer expenses that is 5 lakh rupees. Now the net consideration is 5 crore 95 lakh rupees. Now let's minus the cost of acquisition which is 1 crore rupees and the cost of improvement which was 20 lakh rupees. That gives a long-term capital gains at 3 crore 75 lakh rupees. Now you are already thinking it. 1 crore in 2008 and 1 crore in 2026 are not the same money. Correct. And that is exactly what indexation existed for. If Rajesh could index his cost, that 1 crore becomes roughly 2 crore 74 lakhs in today's term. His gain drops to about 1 crore 91 lakh. His tax around 45 lakh rupees. Budget 2024 removed indexation, cut the rate to 12.5%. But after the backlash, the government added a relief for property bought before July 2024. You can compound it both ways and pay whichever is lower. Sounds fair. Now, Section 197, Subsection 3, Income Tax Act 2025 codes an individual or HUF being a resident. NRI sits outside them. So does every company, every LLP, every firm. This isn't interpretation. That's the wording of the provision. So Rajesh doesn't get to choose. Full gain 3 crore 75 lakh. Tax at 12.5%. And I want to be precise about this rate. 12.5 plus 15% surcharge plus 4% cess. That's land at 14.95. I am assuming 15% surcharge because this gain crosses 2 crore. Change the number and that tire changes. This effective rate belongs to this file. It is not a universal rate. Tax liability 56 lakh 6,250 rupees. Same property, same purchase date, same sale price. A resident seller pays about 45 lakh rupees. Rajesh pays 56. Over 10 lakh rupees of difference from residential status alone. So Rajesh has 56 lakhs in tax, which means the buyer hands him 4 crore 44 lakhs. Right. Section 195 says the buyer deducts on the sum chargeable to tax. Fair enough. So he should deduct on Rajesh gain, not on the full price. Except the buyer isn't allowed to decide what that sum is. Neither is Rajesh. Only the tax officer can. So with no certificate in hand, the buyer does the only safe thing available to him. He deducts on the entire 5 crores. That goes 74 lakh 75,000 rupees. So all amount gone before Rajesh sees a single rupee. Look at these two numbers together. Actual liability 56 lakh deducted, 74 lakh 75,000 excess, 18 lakh rupee. So the excess amount is 18 lakh 68,750 rupees. Nobody dispute that. That's the Rajesh own money. But he can't even claim it until he files his return for this financial year. Then it has to be processed. You are looking at the better part of a year. Minimum earning him nothing in the meantime. One update and it's timely until now. The buyer had to obtain a 10, a separate tax number just to deduct this. Weeks of paperwork for a number most people use once in a lifetime. Plenty of NRI deals stalled on exactly that. From October 1st, 2026, the buyer simply uses their pen, same as any normal property purchase. So if your buyer is stuck on 10 right now and your deal isn't urgent, waiting until October may be worth it. And to be clear, rates have not changed, only the paperwork. Here's what Rajesh should have done. Form 13 under section 197. You apply to assessing officer. You show your actual compounded gain. He issues a certificate stating a lower rate. The buyer deducts at that rate instead. That's the whole mechanism. 18,68,750 rupees in his account on day 1 instead of year later. And understand what this certificate does not do. It doesn't reduce his tax identically either way. What changes it when he gets this money? Apply before the sale agreement. This is where most people lost. They call a CA after registry. By then TDS is deducted, it deposited, and there is nothing left to fix. Only a refund to wait. Now let's move to the repatriation part. From your payment will be transferred from your Indian account to your foreign account. Money doesn't move just because tax is paid. It sits in an NRO account. Your CA issues Form 15CB. You file Form 15CA. The banks reviews it, then it remits up to $1 million per financial year. This is a limit. You can transfer any amount from NRO in a year. Now 4 crore 43 lakh received. Take out brokerage from this, which is 5 lakh rupees. That's 4 lakh 93,750 rupees he received in his account, and it is ready to send to his US account. Now when you see a currency rate at mid-market rate will give you 96.40, and the USD you will get in your US account will be $453,000 rupees, but your bank will not give you that rate. After spread, you are near 97. So your bank will give you 97 rupees, and from that rate, you will get $452,000 in your bank account. Now the difference between 97 to 96.40, it's only 60 paisa. Sounds like nothing on 4.4 crore. It's 2,71,000 rupees gone, and it never appears on a single statement as a fee. One thing I have deliberately left out of this whole calculation: Section 54, 54 EC and 54M. Reinvestment exemptions, these survived the 2024 changes completely intact, which means now that indexation is gone for NRIs. Reinvestment planning matters more than it did before, not less. It's the main lever you have left. Exactly how much of this 56 lakh can be saved? That's the next episode. Let's talk about a summary. The flat sold in 5 crore rupees, capital gain 3 crore 75 lakh rupees, tax liability 56 lakh rupees approx, brokerage plus legal 5 lakh rupees, net in NRO 4 crore 38 lakhs 93,000, and credited to US bank, that's $452,000, and without that lower TDS certificate it would be $433,000 with 18 lakhs sitting in a refund queue. So it will be blocked for a year almost. The entire Excel file is free, link is in description. Put in your own numbers, get your own answer. And one last thing, these figures are one worked example under stated assumptions. Your dates, your documents, your surcharges tire, all of it moves these numbers. Get your own case computed before you sign anything. If this video helped you understand how NRI Property save tax actually works, subscribe to Save Tax. Every week we break down complex NRI tax, FEMA and RBI rules into simple, practical examples so you can avoid expensive mistakes before they happen. If you have a question about your own property sale, drop it in the comments. We read them all, and your question could become our next video. Subscribe to Save Tax, and we will see you in the next.